Hi guys, Robbie here again from Kickback Garage. Now, this is the fourth in a 4-part series on my BSA B33 build. Now, normally I go through and tell you what I've done with it, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to start her up if I can, if she'll let me. And we can have a listen, and then I can go around for the specs. For the guys that have just come here, for the sound. So let's get straight to it. So I'm not going to lie, I started her up yesterday, and with quite a bit of faffing around. Even though it's really cold in the garage, she doesn't like her carb to be tickled, and she doesn't like any choke. So we'll hopefully cross our fingers, and we'll get the second start up now, and I can have a listen to her. Fuel on. Da, da, da. No choke. I don't need to do anything about the timing because it's got variable ignition. Squeeze the... oh yeah, I'm already at the top, so I can open the valve lifter. Oh, just let it go through slightly and give her a good kick, hopefully. Hopefully, nothing. Open the valve, tiny bit over. Second kick! Second kick! Yes! Right, for the guys that are still with me, thanks for watching, and thanks for keeping up with how it's been going with this old girl. Before I go through the walk around of it, I want to show you how it looked when I picked her up 14 months ago. And that picture should come up here now. As you see, it was just it was a standard B33, and it had lots and lots of issues. So if you want to see what I've done with it, right down to the nitty gritty, then go and have a look at the rest of the series. It's parts 1 to 4. And what I've been basically waiting for, and I'm very sorry for the mess of the garage. I'm going to tidy up, I promise. But I was just so excited to get this to start. The only issue actually I've got now at the moment is she's leaking a little bit from the rocker box here. So I think I need to... I did quench these... oh, what are they called? The copper spaces on the back there, but this one obviously is dead, so I'm going to have to buy a new one there, and I'll probably buy 2 and maybe even new rocker bolts. We'll see. But that's a really, really quick fix. And she was a bit smoky when I started there, and that's because I used quite a lot of oil for lubricating and stuff like that when I put these together. And I have a tiny bit of castor oil in there because it just smells wonderful on a scrambler type machine. So what I've done since the last video is, as you see, I fit my primary cover and I polished all that up. It's got some marks here from previous repair or something like that. But as the keen-eyed pointed out last time, is that the inner primary cover was actually from BSA A10 twin. But I've made up a bracket there with that I've welded half bolts on the back there, so I can still use the original type bolts there. They stick out a little bit there. Maybe I'll take them out and shorten them. But yeah, so that was okay. And the reason why I've been waiting such a long time to get it started, because it was basically finished really in the last video. The reason why I've been waiting so long is I have been waiting for the cush drive spacer. Now on this one, as you might know, I have the old Bob Newby belt drive dry clutch system on here, and the spacer that came with it, I'm not sure what it was, but it was way too short. So I ordered a spacer from JP, what they call JP Classics or something like that in Ireland, and I waited about 4 weeks and it didn't turn up. I sent them off an email to them asking where it was, and I just got a refund. And they didn't answer my email, which is a bit depressing really, because I've just been waiting for that spacer to do the whole build. So that was very annoying. So what I ended up doing was grabbed the BSA AT spacer, which they're a little bit longer than the B33, which this is, and I ended up turning it down on the lathe so that I could space out the drive kit there, and that turned out really nice. The clutch action's really good. So that's what I've been waiting for. These adjustable foot pegs, really cool. These came off an original BSA, what's it called? A10 Firebird Scrambler or whatever it's called. That had been modified in the United States of America. And a nice guy called Ken, who contacted me on Facebook here, he sent these over to me, which is really cool because it was sort of a part I was missing. And I got hold of this. I swapped some stuff that I had to get hold of the original type brake lever. I've got some tidying up to do. This is rusty, but I think I'm just going to paint it because the reproduced ones, this works really well. As you can see, let's have a go. There you go. So the switch works really well. So what I think I'm going to do with that is actually just painting it. I've got like a silver hobby paint or something just to tidy that up a little bit. Otherwise, I've kept some of the original bolts on purpose just to give it a bit of authenticity. So I'm really, really pleased with that. And you see that tank there needs a bit of a polish now. My grubby mitts have been all over it. But I'll take you a little walk around. I've been really conscious of how I've put the cables in that. I've got a little bit of a cable tie there that I don't need anymore. I'm gonna cut that away because I've used like the original type rubber cable ties, and I use this asphalt type conduit for the wiring loom just to make it sort of look original, tidy. And obviously there's some stuff, the really shiny stuff sticks out like a sore ass, but I bought the cheapest quality I could in the hope that it'll start going rusty as soon as this baby sees some green lanes. Yeah, so tell me what you think, guys, in the old comments there. And as you can see, all the electrics and everything are all hidden away here, so you can't see anything. I've been really conscious as well. If you see these out on the internet, they've got all these droopy wires hanging all over the place. It looks really untidy. So even though it's going to be used on the track and on gravel roads and stuff like that, I really wanted to try and keep it looking as tidy as possible, and I think I've achieved that pretty good. I went with the open springs. There was a bit of a debate on whether I was going to go for the closed springs because they make it look older. But I got told that if you've got the closed springs, that's sort of like a man with a yellow vest and open face helmet, and yeah, you know what I mean. But these are obviously more sporty and a little bit more young guy appreciative, if you know what I mean. And I fit all the cables and everything, so that's pretty much done. Let's have a little bit of a walk. Hope you don't get seasick there. Yeah, I think I'm really pleased with that. And I'll take you in close on the engine. Just have a little bit of a flyby, as we say. There's the Bates small headlight. I've just got a few little things I need to sort on it, but we are now in December, and this probably won't see the road because of the weather conditions here in Norway. It won't see the road until end of March, early April, so I've got loads and loads of time to sort that sort of stuff out. And as you can see from the engine, on purpose I've kept a lot of the original engine bolts just to give it sort of a worn-in type look. I don't really like them. I can appreciate full nut and bolt restorations, but this isn't one of those. This is more of a rider's bike, if you get my drift. And you can see I got some pepper because these bolts are rusty, but fuck them. And I went with, last but not least, I went with the original type carb, which is the Amal monoblock, and that was obviously it fits straight on, no problems, and they're already jetted, so that was really cool. And I think I probably see some more revs on this compared to how it was originally. I could hear that on the startup as well, but even though I was only giving it a tiny bit of gas, it seemed very willy to ride up into the revs there, and that's because probably the variable electronic ignition I've got on it, and could also have something to do with, obviously have something to do with the Gold Star cams that I've fit, and it's got new valves and everything, so everything's all hunky-dory and new to go. So if you like what you see, comment at the bottom of the video there, and do the old subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video, lads. Ta-ra, and Happy New Year, by the way.
Sprang I lag och ville komma under tak. Ingen av oss märkte att du hade fart i frak. För vart är du att dra? Kan vi fan kunna se den komma?